Hey everyone, Judy here at URA Farm, and today I want to talk to you about our fall garden. It's hot today, it's going to be in the 90s, and it's been dry, and it seems silly to be thinking about cool weather plants, but it is time, and I want to give you a heads up so you can get started, so you can have beautiful greens and broccoli and cauliflower this winter. So to start with, in about mid-July, I take these little plant pots and I fill them with soil, and I will plant. I have a purple cauliflower and I have a white cauliflower, and I have broccoli. Let's see if I can get that in the camera. There you go, broccoli. And I have Savoy cabbage, and this is another Savoy cabbage that I really like those. They're tender and crisp and do well in the winter time. And then I have here some collard seed that I saved from my garden that went to seed, and it's just a mix of a variety of collard seed. So all the seeds I will put in pots like this to start with, except the beet seed. And I like this Early Wonder Tall Top beet. And I'm going to fill this here, and in each of these cells I will put one beet seed. So I will like to plant those in mid-July. Then I should have plants ready in August to put in the garden. And that works out really well for me here in central North Carolina. Now I like to use this soil mix, Fox Farm Ocean Forest. That has worked very well for me, and I'm not sponsored or anything by them, so I don't get anything for mentioning it, but I'm just telling you that works well for me. And also I like to use Neptune Harvest fish and seaweed fertilizer to grow these plants with too. One thing to watch out for is worms like to get on the plants. So always keep an eye out on your plants to see if something's eating the leaves. And if I do have a worm problem, I use BT, which is Bacillus thuringiensis. That's a bacteria that gets into the digestive system of the worm and causes them to stop feeding, and so then they will die. So that's basically what I watch out for, and I grow beautiful plants to put in my garden to have vegetables all winter long. So I am going to show you video from last year that will show you this whole process and show you what beautiful greens you can have for the winter, including broccoli and beets and other greens that can last through the fall and into the winter. And let's get started. Now the last thing I plan to do outside this morning is plant a few seed in these pots to get them started. I've got another flat of corn here ready to go, and I've got several kinds of broccoli started and Savoy cabbage and some collards. So I want to add to that 2 kinds of cauliflower. This is a purple and the white that I want to seed in there this morning. We're in the last week of July, so July is the time that I like to seed my fall plants to get them started, and then in late August then I'll have plants ready to go in the garden. And that works very well on our schedule here in central North Carolina. These little plants here are ready to be separated and potted up so they can grow better for our fall plants. Now we're in the first week of September, and I've finished planting all my fall garden now, the plants. To get these plants ready for the garden, I planted the seed in mid-July, and then my plants were ready to go in the garden about mid-August or the end of August. Excuse me. So I put the plants in the garden, and now they've gotten established here, and they seem to be doing really well so far. And this fall garden just looks beautiful. I couldn't ask for it to look any healthier, to be growing any better. Okay, that's all I have for you today. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. And if you feel so inclined, you could share this with someone else. Or if you have any suggestions for me or comments, I would love to hear them.